Greetings all! We have Ways Fest 2025. Surprisingly good show. This is like day 3. I've only just had enough time to swing by the Weald Foundation. Last time I did the Weald Foundation video was 6 or 7 years ago at Tankfest. I was having a chat with Hillary about the egg path, so I thought it was about time to catch up. So standing next to me is Duarte
Teixeira.
He told me like that before I hit record. You need to anglicize your name or something. That'll make it easier for us. Okay, so what you've done here for the Weald Foundation, you brought 2 German armored cars,
Yep.
but over the last 6 years, you've probably done more than just 2 German armored cars. Give me a catch-up. What has happened in the Weald Foundation outside, of course, of the death?
It was mainly just the German armored cars. We just started about 6 months ago, really started on the LP1, on the Australian a machine gun carrier. Mm-hmm. Instead of having a brand machine gun,
Yep.
we'll have a Vickers, and it was manufactured by the Australians. So to take a bit of a break from the Germans, because we still have a 261 to do as well, but the team was a little bit tired of it. But since 2019, 19 was mainly just the 2 German armored cars.
Right. So I mean, I've always until you had the FTs, I'd always associated Weald Foundation with German stuff, like the best of the best restorations, German stuff. But now with the FTs and now the LP, you are officially diversifying, or have you always been diversing? You just never.
We've always been diversing, and it was always Michael Gibb, the founder of the foundation. Aim was to have reconnaissance collection of the Germans, but then also have the Allied reconnaissance units, and he wanted to focus on what we call the Empire collection, which is the nations that often people don't remember or don't know that actually manufactured.
Hence Australian.
Australian, South African. We got 2 Marmon Erringtons, both Mark III, one early and one late to restore. We got 2 New Zealand Indian pattern carriers, quite an interesting and different vehicle. So that will diversify the collection, and then we still have a little bit of other German things to restore as well. But we're trying to get other things in there, so we're not just the German collection that we always had.
In addition to the macro artifacts, how are you guys working on anything, let's say manuals, doctrine, publications, small micro artifacts?
So the same way it was always worked. So Hillary has been helping us with always with research in more of details, because there's a lot of German archive and all of that. But now with the Allied things, it's a new area for Hillary, and I've been stepping in as well quite a lot. So I've done a lot of the research for the LP1 carrier, which is quite interesting because I've never been into carriers.
Yeah.
And Australia is on the other side of the world. So it's a lot of emails backs and forwards and
you
asking.
Obviously need to just go there and figure it out for yourself. But I'm sure we can put you in contact with a few people.
One of our trustees is based in Australia, and he did help us quite a bit as well with the contacts. But mainly is spending the time to go through the Australian National Archive, what is online, and then finding something that it might be already be digitized. Other things are not so. It's a bit of a gamble. Maybe this document will have what we've been looking for. But we had a lot of breakthroughs in the last 8 months. Even remotely, we did have quite a lot of breakthroughs with the documents. They show a lot of things that we didn't know at all about the vehicles.
Hopefully you haven't had to suddenly backtrack and turn right.
We did, with the engine. So we thought, for instance, the LP1, we thought it was going to be straightforward restoration.
Ford V8. No?
Ford V8, flathead engine. And there's a book that says that it's a 21 stud engine. So we always went through with that. We actually had an engine, not original to the vehicle, but an engine that came with the vehicle's 21 stud. We thought, but before we started the restoration, we always double check everything. And then the questions started, because we found a really big resolution photo of the railworks where the LP1s were being manufactured, with our LP1 in there, numbered 76, and you see 2 engines next to them, and they have 24 studs, not 21 studs. And then one of our engineers, Martin, always questioned why a vehicle that was designed in 39 and built in 1940 would have a 21 stud engine that was phased out late 37, early 38. It made no sense. So with this research, we actually got documents from the archive that actually we see the backs and forwards of the purchase order for 160 engines,
Okay.
aluminium heads, 24 stud engines. So that was one of the breakthroughs. And then through the contacts, we actually found one that has the original engine fitted in the factory,
Okay.
with a matching serial number to the hull on the records, and also has aluminium 24 stud engines.
So you've been restoring these for a few years. How long are you going to be restoring the LP1?
LP1 will be a short project compared to these things. I think if you include this year, another 18 months, 2 years, maybe less than that.
2027 we might see.
Yeah,
it here.
maybe, yeah. If everything goes okay, maybe next year. We'll have to see.
So past few years, Weald Foundation has had a bit more of an online presence. I'm seeing more of your things on Facebook, more of your things on X. Have you had a change of strategic direction at all, or is your still fundamental thing still kind of like it's a paid supporters?
So
I hate to say they call it a paywall, but there is effectively a paywall.
yeah. So the idea will carry on with the members having a little bit more benefits in terms of the research we do and everything, because their support enables us to do part of the restoration and do this research as well. But we're engaging more with being more open. Now members can come and visit when they want. They just need to let us know before.
Yeah.
We're trying to have more open days as well that will showcase the vehicles, and now we're doing more shows as well, because we came to the conclusion that we really need to be more open. We need to diversify and show more, because that's our aim. It's educate the public for what we do, and if we do it and we don't show it to everyone, what's the point? Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you say you do open days, so these are at your facility?
Yeah, so we always had open days in our facility, and it's a bit like we have ways, so that's why we find it quite interesting coming here. So it's a mini version of what they do in here, but it's focused on our vehicles. So we'll select a vehicle or a couple of them. The last one we had was about the 223, so we're just unveiling the 223 to everyone went to our event. And you'll have lectures that we will have Mike talking about the restoration. We will have a guest speaker talking about their operational use, even comparing to the modern doctrines that they learned from what the Germans did back then.
Yeah.
And then he'll be talking about the historical part of it, of the German use, with all of his vast knowledge from panzer trucks.
Okay. And how often do these open houses happen?
So we tend to have at least one a year, but
Okay.
we try to have two other smaller ones. It just depends on when we think we can fit them. Unfortunately, with everything that happened last year with Mike passing away, we weren't able to do one for now. But that's why we focused on the events coming to shows this year. And but we hope to next year restart these. And I'm hoping to introduce as well guided tours as well to the collection.
So how big is the collection now? Because we only ever see one piece for analysis. Okay, I've seen your Stag Penta, I've seen your Stug, I've seen your 223s, and I've seen your FTs. What else have you got?
So we got the FT and the TSF.
Yeah.
Together to complete that collection from the First World War, we do have an original trailer for the transportation of these the tanks. We're looking for a prime mover. We had an opportunity, but the price was too high. So once we have that, then we can say the First World War collection is done. But we have to do the trailer. The trailer doesn't need a lot of work. But then we got the Jagd Panther, the Black Sea Stug. We got what we thought it was the Rommel car up until 2014, and it turned out it's not. It's Nikolaus von Falkenhorst car. So and because the car was found in Namibia near North Africa.
Okay.
But then someone found in records in Norway that the car was in Norway, and then the whole research started and helped with this car. We actually found that the car was sold to a civilian family, and they drove the car from Norway down to Namibia. That's how we ended up in there. But we finally have a bit of footage of Falkenhorst with the car. We're just waiting to slot it in to make the changes that we need to do. We got what everyone calls a D-Mag, a one-tonner, two 250s. That one is probably we're going to slot it in soon to get it done, because it's pretty much ready, just needs to be assembled again. 251 from the 5th Viking Division. What else we got? We got the Pack 40 Naval Warfare. We got, I always kill this name, an ionized diesel, the lorry. That's the only diesel engine we're gonna have.
Yeah.
We got the Pack 43 with the cross arms that we need to restore. Hillary wants to get that restored because we got 98% of the parts,
Okay.
but we don't have a prime mover if we do it, and it's really big, and also at the moment we don't have the space to storage. And like I said, we got two Marmon Harringtons Mark III, one early, one late, two New Zealand carriers. And I'm trying to think what else we got.
So what you're saying basically, you're like a 1-to-1 scale version of a scale modeler where you have a stash of things that you will never get around to by the time you're dead.
Yeah. We also have an 8-wheeler, and that was almost like the holy grail restoration project for Mike, but we're still missing a fair bit of it, so we'll have to wait. And then the other one that everyone always asking, when are you going to do it? We get the second Yacht Panther, but yeah, I don't think that's anytime soon in our plans.
So
big project. We already got one, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So next question then. So of course we have the 223 and the 222. Was it deliberate that you were going to do both together? Oh,
Yeah.
you did a 221 at the same time, did you?
No, we don't have a 221.
okay.
There's one in Australia.
Okay.
As far as we know, it's the only one that's been restored to a certain standard.
Yeah.
But aside from that, we had the plans to do the 223, the 222, and the 261 as well. If we had a chassis for the 221, maybe.
Was it always the plan to do the
Yes.
family together?
Yeah,
That
so
just
Mike
makes it
wanted
easier?
to build what he wanted people to see what a German reconnaissance unit will be. So hence the 8-wheeler as well, the 232, that should fit in the collection. But and I remember having conversations with him, like if we get parts, we have parts for a 221, just missing a chassis. But if we have that as well, and then maybe a 260, so we'll have all 5 vehicles as well, but at least the 3, and then once we got the 3 done, it'll be the only place you can see 3 together. Yeah.
So what's the most difficult part about restoring these?
Collecting the parts, I think. And Mike, he spent about good 30 years collecting everything that he could.
Yeah.
So, and it was always the breakthroughs of getting a bigger section or something that we didn't have, or I think collecting the parts, and then the second one will be the research to make sure that it's absolute accurate to what it was when they came out of the factory, basically.
And you've been doing this since 2019, you say? So it's been like a 6-year
So
process.
the big bulk of it was 2019. Some work was done before. I remember being around 2017, 2018. They were already doing some work on the chassis.
Yeah.
So it's always doing, together with the other work, we tried, when there's quiet moments that we're waiting for something, we try to slot it in, but then they became the main projects since end of 2019, early 2020. The 222 first, and then the last year was the 223.
Right, well, the next important question though, because we're standing for a couple small vehicles, is do I fit? So we're going to go, what you said the 222 has a smaller compartment?
I will say it's the most cramped, because the seat is quite forward. So,
okay, well obviously I got to try the 222. But it's not going to be a tour of the vehicle because again, Weald Foundation rules, no filming much inside the vehicle. But anyway, so I wish you all the best in the meantime for the future of the foundation. And so you're on X, you're on Facebook. You have a Patreon?
We don't have a Patreon,
but you have your membership.
We got the
anyway.
membership,
So what's the website for
so
that?
thewealdfoundation.org. And wealdfoundation.org.
Wealdfoundation.org. Okay, then look at the subject. If you don't know how to spell Weald, look at the subject line of this YouTube video. How many members do you have?
We got about, it fluctuates, but we're always around 150 to 200. If we can increase that, it will be amazing because it enables us to do more things, but that's the aim. But yeah, at the moment, I'll say about 160. Okay. So it's because it's a bit of a niche.
How many of them are local to the UK?
Majority of them. We do have some international members.
Yeah.
So international members are always welcome, and especially if they come to the UK in the area, they just need to give us a call, drop us an email, and we'll make our best to let him in and see the collection and all of that, because we understand the difficulties. You know, if you live in the United States or like me in Portugal, it'll be difficult to come around any time. But if they're locals, you just swing by and see how the things are. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Right. Well, in that case, come back for the next video and we'll see if I fit in the vehicle. Duarte, thank you very much.
Thank you.